Hi there, it's Laura here again with you today. I have a very slow and very relaxing all seated chair yoga workout for us. Okay, so this is great if you've been sitting at a desk for a while and you need to stretch but don't really feel like, really exerting yourself. It's maybe like a rest day or something like that for you. So when you're ready, grab yourself a chair and have a seat. Come to a nice comfortable seated position. Ankles right underneath the knees, hips right underneath the rib cage. Gently roll your shoulders back and down to kind of set the scapula here and place your hands in your thighs. We will spend the first moment or two just connecting with our breath. So when you're ready, close your eyes and just notice your breath. Notice how it currently is. Don't try to change it or adjust it or anything. Just tune in. Soften your forehead, your jaw, the muscles of your face, your shoulders, arms, legs, hips. Just let everything relax. Take a moment here to let go of any distractions or any worries and just focus on the present moment. Just notice how you're feeling right now. Is there any part of you, any muscle or joint that feels tight or restricted or just not quite right? If so, channel your breath to that area or those areas. Allow your breath to loosen up those tight spots. And start to draw attention to your breath itself and gradually allow it to deepen and lengthen. Notice the rise and fall of the belly, chest, and maybe even the shoulders on every inhale and every exhale. Long, deep, full inhalations and even longer, complete exhalations. We'll stay here for about 3 more deep, nourishing breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, open your eyes. We'll start to add some gentle movements to our breathing. So gently turn your head to the right and to the left. Start with a small range of motion. And as you continue to loosen up, maybe make it just a little bit bigger. One more on each side. Now stop in the center and gently draw your chin down to your chest. You're going to draw quarter circles to the right and left. So chin down to the chest. We're just going to do a little tiny quarter circle, gazing over that same side shoulder, and then coming back to the center and to the other side. Really small rotational movements here. Keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. Broadening across the collarbones. Breathing deeply, breathing fluidly. Let's do one more on each side. And then stopping in the centers, in the center. Lower your arms down. Make sure you're forward enough in your chair so that they can hang freely. Elbows are soft. We're just going to float the arms up, half range, and down. Floating the arms up and down. Just half range, nice and fluid, nice and gracefully here. Your own breath pattern. Now let's hold the last one here. Gently rotate the palms up, roll your shoulders back and down, and we're just gonna slide those fingertips forward without moving the hips, without moving the core. Okay, so moving now into the thoracic spine. That's the upper part of the spine that includes the rib cage. Easy rotations here. Seeing if we can increase the range of motion ever so slightly on each reach. Palms up, fingertips soft. Let's do one more on each side. And then slowly float the arms down. Just roll those shoulders up, back, and around at your own pace. Being mindful of our posture with our feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, knees and toes pointed forward, and the arches drawn. And let's reverse it, rolling the shoulders forward again, keeping the arms straight, letting them hang freely with the elbows soft. Now let's add some breath work. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up, and exhale, release. Let's do it again. Inhale, shrugging up, and exhale, release. Let's do two more. And exhale, and one more. Okay, continuing to move down our spine, the pelvis is next. So readjust yourself if you've shifted slightly in your chair. Place your hands back on your thighs, and we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. So we just tilt forward, allowing the tailbone to rise up and back. So this will increase the arch in your back slightly. And then we're going to counter that by tucking the pelvis under and back. And tucking the tail down. So tilting forward and up. And tilting back and down. All in the pelvis right here. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward, just the pelvis here. This is a very initial part of cat-cow, and notice we're not doing cat-cow per se, we're just activating the pelvis here. Okay, all right, let's come back to center. Hands back in the thighs and just gently side to side shifts. Rib cage laterally. Side to side. Breathe at your own pace. Let's do one more on each side. And then stop in the center. Bring your palms together, fingertips point straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to raise our arms up, okay? And we're going to do a slight back bend here. So introducing some extension into the spine, Okay, pause here for a moment, pull the belly in, but allow that back to arch just a teeny tiny bit. And then from here, we're gonna exhale, float the arms down, place your hands on your thighs, tuck your chin to your chest, and move your fingertips forward and down to your shins. Pause here for a moment. Stay here and breathe. Creating space in the vertebra. On your next inhalation, gently walk yourself up your thighs. And exhale and roll the shoulders back and down. Pause here for a moment and just kind of check in with how you feel. Okay, if your posture shifted, go ahead and readjust it so we're sitting tall and relaxed and aligned. Okay, from here, arms down at our sides, palms facing forward. We're gonna sweep the arms up, and we're gonna stay here, alternating reaches. So reaching right and left. Again, starting with smaller movements and then hopefully gradually increasing the range of motion. It's really important to do side stretches to create space in the side of the body. There's a whole collection of muscles that run up basically from the lower back, or actually outer hip, all the way up to the shoulder, including the intercostals and the obliques that get super, super tight. All right, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna hold the right arm across. We're gonna take the left hand to the seat of the chair and lean just a teeny tiny bit more into it. Stay here and breathe. Dropping the shoulders down away from our ears, creating space across the collarbones. And then on your next inhalation, let's sweep that left arm up, palms together, a little bit of a back bend here. And then we'll reach with the left arm, back to neutral spine and alternating reaches. Nice and rhythmic, nice and gentle, nice and easy. Feet are flat on the floor. Reach. Tucking the chin slightly to lengthen the back of the neck, extending gently on a diagonal through those fingertips. Slowly and mindfully. Now let's hold it here towards the right. Right hand comes down to the seat of the chair and see if you can lean just a little deeper into it. You saw my right shoulder kind of hike up there. I had to consciously drop it down. Do the same if that's you. Stay here. And on your next inhalation, join the palms together. Give me that little bit of a back bend here. Open up the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, float the arms down. Place your hands on your thighs. Roll your fingertips forward, down towards your chin, and the belly towards your thighs. Stay here. Just kind of shake your head from side to side. Back is slightly rounded here, but I'd like you to keep that chest lifted and that belly aimed towards the thighs. Just easy shake of the head, side to side, and then stopping in the center. On your next inhalation, let's gently walk our hands up our thighs, and then exhale with a nice shoulder roll. Once again, pause here, check in with how you feel, and notice your breath. Feel free to close your eyes. Let's take a moment here. Seated mountain. Let's take our arms down to our sides, palms facing forward, little squeeze between those shoulder blades, chin slightly tucked. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float them down, hands to the thighs, chin to the chest. Round forward. This time we're going to add a halfway lift. So from here, on your next inhalation, lift up halfway, extend through the spine and the crown of the head. Pause here, and then on your exhale, round forward. Let's inhale ourselves up. And exhale, roll those shoulders back. Let's do this again. This time adding one more progression. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float them down, hands to the thighs, fingertips slide forward, round forward. Inhale to halfway lift, extending through the spine and the tailbone. Exhaling, rounding forward. Let's inhale, this time sweeping the arms up. Fingertips touch a little bit of a back bend at the top, gaze slightly upward. And from here back to neutral, exhale the hands down to the back of the seat of your chair. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, stay here. So, opening up the chest, squeezing between those shoulder blades, working the back muscles while we stretch the muscles in the chest that get really tight, especially if we sit at a desk all day. Now from here, come back to a neutral spine, but keep your hands where they're at if you can, and we're gonna add a hip hinge to this. Let's exhale and hinge forward. Looking down at the floor about 1 to 2 feet in front of you to avoid hyperextending or hyperflexing the neck. Let's inhale to rise back up, and then exhale, stay here. Okay, now that we're really warmed up and ready to go, we can start to add some slightly bigger movements to the mix. So the next movement is going to be a spinal twist, and whenever we do twisting movements, particularly with the back involved, we want to make sure that we're good and warmed up, and I think we are. So when you're ready, place your left hand to the outside of your right knee, and place your right hand to the seat of the chair. Big breath in, keeping the hips forward, knees forward, and then exhale, look past, if you can, that back shoulder. Allow the shoulders to melt down and broaden across those collarbones. Stay here. Now on our next inhalation, let's sweep the arms up, extended prayer position. Allow yourself that back bend. And then exhale back to neutral. This time, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand to the seat of the chair, looking over the left shoulder. You can use that right hand as a little bit of a leverage to kind of go deeper into the twist. Stay here and breathe. Your forehead relaxed, your face relaxed, your jaw. On our next inhalation, let's sweep those arms back up for that little mini back bend. And then exhale back to neutral and sweep the arms down. Okay, a little bit of strengthening and a little bit of coordination next. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend our right leg and our left arm simultaneously. We want to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to really engage those abdominal muscles as well as our quadriceps. And then we're going to release. Switch sides, left leg, right arm, and release. Make sure you're seated upright. There's no slouching going on. And reach. change at your own pace with your own breath pattern. Okay. Continuing to sit right at the edge of that chair to allow for an optimal range of motion. I'd like you to hold the right leg out and the left arm, okay? From here, we're going to point and flex the wrist and the foot. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, I told you a little bit of coordination here. Point and flex. And then from here, how about some rotation? Going different ways, I think. See if you can get the same way. Harder than it looks. Okay, and then let's just switch to the other side. And then let's lower the leg, but keep the arm where it is. It's your left arm, and then slowly circle it up, back, and then down and around. If this is too big of a movement, I'd like you just to make it a little bit smaller. Otherwise, enjoy a nice shoulder circle here. Nice stretch, opening up that chest. Now from here, we're gonna make the lever arm a little shorter and just take it from the elbow. So open it back, down, and around. Let's do one more. And then now it's just the shoulder itself, no elbow. All right, let's do that same series on the other side. So this time it's the left or the right arm and the left leg sitting up nice and tall. Let's point and flex. So left ankle, right wrist. Go at your own pace. And how about those circles? See if you can get them going in the same direction. Whoa, now switch. Remember, no slouching. All right, let's stop in the center. Lower that left leg and circle the right arm back up and around. And from the elbow, keep it fluid. Now just the shoulder. All right, very nice. We're gonna start to warm up, or not warm up, but work the hips a little bit more. So we're good and warmed up at this point. Let's step it out nice and wide into our goddess pose. And I'd like you to adjust yourself that you're situated so that your hips are directly underneath your pelvis, your rib cage, your shoulders, and your ears, okay? So think about pressing those knees open, and you can even place your hands on the insides of those thighs as kind of a tactile reminder. We're gonna just stay here for a couple deep breaths. This is very active, using the outer hip muscles to open up the knees, stretch those adductors, those inner thigh muscles, keeping the arches strong, knees tracking over the second toes. Let's take those hands up to prayer position. Notice how you feel. One more deep breath in and out. And place your hands on your thighs, and very carefully, we're going to kind of swivel over towards the right. Okay? This is going to be our warrior one for today, and notice my legs are at 90-degree angles, okay? I've got my whole front foot, which should be your right foot, flat on the floor. My back heel is lifted, okay? From here, let's go back to our prayer position, and then if you're okay with it, we're gonna take those arms straight overhead, gently draw the belly in, roll the shoulders back and down, and gaze softly forward. Feeling a nice stretch in that left thigh. Maybe feeling a little bit of a stretch in that calf as well. Stay here and breathe. Now on your next exhalation, take your hands to the back of your chair and gently twist towards it. Stay here and breathe. Be careful, this may be a little strenuous. Do your best. Stay calm and breathe. Now from here, let's come back to the center, and I'd like you to grab your elbows. We're just going to draw some circles, releasing the tops of the shoulders, specifically where they attach to the triceps. That nice little indentation. Okay, let's stop at the top and go in the opposite direction. Let's stop at the top, extend your arms out, and then from here, give yourself a big hug with your right arm on top. Reach around for the upper outer corners of that back, and you're going to lift up on those elbows again for a really nice arm stretch. Tuck the chin slightly to lengthen the back of the neck and breathe. Notice how you feel. And release. From here, we're going to pull that back leg and position it so that it's at a 90-degree angle but perpendicular to the front leg, okay? This is level 1 for our warrior 2 position today. If you're a little stronger, you can readjust yourself and extend that leg back instead, okay? Does require quite a bit of mobility in the hips, and it might be a little wonky on the knees. So be careful if you choose this option. Otherwise, hands to heart center, and then from here, let's sweep the arms up to warrior 2, okay? Gaze over your front hand. Roll your shoulders back and down. Soften the muscles of your face and your jaw, and breathe. On your next inhalation, take your front hands up to the sky and your back hand down towards the earth and gaze upward. Reverse warrior. Keep your gaze soft. Keep your breathing deep and calm. On your next exhalation, let's take it back to warrior 2, and then from here, take the front hand down to the thigh, and the back hand either to the hip, or up to the ceiling, or maybe overhead and forward, okay, wherever you want to be for this. This is our side angle for today. Just stay lifted throughout the chest, and that supporting arm. Stay here and breathe. From here, let's inhale back up to warrior 2, and exhale, float the arms down, and gently draw your legs together. We've got the other side to do, but before we go there, we'll enjoy another sun salutation. Okay, so from here, roll your shoulders back and down, flip the palms forward, Big breath in. Exhale, float the arms down, hands to the thighs, roll forward, fingertips down towards the shins, belly aims towards the thighs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, slowly walk yourself up. Exhale and roll those shoulders back. All right, from here we're going back to our goddess pose. Okay, so once again, stretching those inner thighs, strengthening those outer thighs. Draw the palms together and the fingertips up towards the sky. Roll your shoulders back and down. Stay here and breathe. From here, let's swivel towards the left. Legs form 90-degree angles. Warrior one. Palms together first, and then let's take those arms straight overhead, if and when. Gaze softly forward, and stay here. Notice the stretch in that right hip flexor. Big breath in, and on that exhalation, let's take those hands to the chair for a gentle twist. Make sure the front foot stays flat on the floor and the back heel stays lifted. Breathe. Let's come back to the center and go ahead. Grab those elbows again. We'll draw our circles. Let's start to the left this time. Continue to sit up tall. You can see I started to lean backward. I had to stop myself. All right, switch directions. Should feel good. Let's inhale those arms out, extending through the fingertips. And then exhale, this time draw the left arm over the right, reaching for the upper outer corners of that back, and then lift the elbows up. Stay here and breathe. And release. Let's bring that back leg in. So the right leg is going to come forward so that the legs are perpendicular at 90 degrees. Again, level one. Level two, you can take that leg back, but straighten it out. Okay? Flatten that foot on the floor if you can. Let's take those hands up to prayer position, and we're going to float those arms out. Gaze softly over that left hand. And breathe. Think about opening up those knees, keeping the spine, keeping the pelvis neutral. Now on your next inhalation, the top hand goes up to the sky, the back hand towards the earth. Reach, stretch, and breathe. Keeping a lot of space between those shoulders and ears. Now on your next exhalation, let's take the arms back to warrior two. And then the front arm down towards the thigh, the back hand either to the hip or straight up towards the ceiling or on that diagonal. Lift up out of the chest and shoulders. Go wherever it's appropriate for you. Stay here and breathe. For a deeper stretch, see if you can press that back heel into the floor. Really root down here. Eyes are soft, face is soft, jaw is soft. From here, inhale the arms back up to warrior two. And exhale, float them down as you draw the legs back together. Pause here for a moment. Assess how you're feeling. Allow yourself to catch your breath if you found any of that strenuous. And then when you're ready, draw your palms back together, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling, rolling the shoulder blades down and back. Big breath in. We're going to hinge forward into our seated chair position today. Big breath in, exhale, and hinge forward with a really nice flat back. Think about aiming the crown of the head and the tailbone in opposite directions. Feeling a nice stretch for the low back. You may also feel this at the top part of the hamstrings where they meet the lower gluteal muscles. Keep the arches strong. Those feet are hip width apart. Let's inhale our way back up. Exhale, roll those shoulders back and down. And we're just going to finish with a few stretches for our hips. And then we're done for today. So when you're ready, draw your right knee up towards your chest. Just kind of circle it around. And let's reverse it. Let's extend through the leg. Lower the heel down, sitting up nice and tall. And then hinging forward on that left thigh, supporting ourselves on it. Knee and toes of the right leg point straight up towards the ceiling, enjoying a nice stretch for those hamstring muscles. Allow yourself to relax here. To allow your heart rate to come down a little bit if you found it coming up at all, particularly during those warrior poses. Then from here, sit up nice and tall, and then the ankles are going to touch, or you can cross one foot over the other, or take that leg across the left knee. Let's go ahead from here. Let's reach our right arm straight up towards the ceiling and either staying here or leaning forward. Reaching through the fingertips. You want an even bigger challenge, you can extend both arms forward. Just stay lifted throughout the chest and spine. Avoid rounding. Stay calm and breathe. And slowly come out of it. We're going to do those same stretches on the other side. So draw the left knee in towards the chest and draw those nice easy circles for me. And switch directions. Back to center, extend the leg, slowly lower it down, heel plants into the floor, and your toes towards the ceiling, big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, supporting yourself on that right thigh. Really feeling a nice release in the hamstrings. And release from here. Wherever you want those legs, whether the ankles are just going to touch or you're going to cross that left ankle over the right, or taking the left ankle over the right knee. Regardless, let's go ahead and extend that left arm straight up, feeling a nice stretch in the side of the body. Big breath in, and then exhale. If you're okay with it, we're going to hinge forward, extending through those fingertips. Feel free to extend the other arm. Stay lifted. Oh my goodness, really feeling it in that outer hip here. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, float them down, uncross the legs, place your hands in your thighs. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I really hope to see you all in person soon. Take care, stay safe, and be well. Bye-bye.